In this video, we're going to again look at a couple of examples where we factorise a quadratic expression and solve a quadratic equation. First of all, I've been asked to factorise x squared plus 5x minus 24. And secondly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve x squared plus 5x minus 24 equals 0. So factorising, first of all, is to put an expression into brackets. I'm going to need double brackets for this expression because my expression is quadratic. So I'm trying to find two numbers that multiply together to make minus 24, and they're going to add together to make 5. Okay, minus 24, well, 1 times 24 makes a positive 24. And I know that minus 1 times a positive 24 makes minus 24. In the same way, 1 times a minus 24 makes minus 24. So let's go up like that. I've got 2 times 12, 2 times a minus 12, a minus 2 times a positive 12. I have also got a minus 3 times a positive 8, and a 3 times a negative 8 as well. And we're trying to find two that add together to make 5. Well, I'm going to stop there because I can see at the moment that if I take my 8 and my minus 3, those two, minus 3 plus 8 makes positive 5. And they times together to make minus 24. So my answer is going to be x minus 3, x plus 8. And again, if you're not sure, it's best to expand this double bracket so that you can see if it becomes the question. Part 2, using the information that I've done, the answer I've worked out in part 1, I'm going to solve this equation here. So I know that x minus 3, my answer from part 1, x plus 8, is equal to 0. I'm trying to find a number for x that if I put in there, it'll make this bracket 0. So the whole thing becomes 0 and the equation becomes true. Now, if I put in x is equal to 3 into this bracket, 3 take away 3 is 0. The whole thing becomes true. And for this second bracket, if I put in minus 8 plus 8 is 0. Hence it becomes true. I've solved this quadratic equation now. Let's have a go at another question. First of all, again, I'm going to be factorising and then I'm going to be solving. So, to factorise this one here, two numbers that times together to make a negative 14 add together to make a minus 5. Minus 1 times a positive 14 makes a negative 14, and 1 times a negative 14 makes negative 14. We have 2 and 7, so we can have minus 2 and positive 7, or 2 lots of minus 7. And again, I'm checking as I go. I can see 2 plus a minus 7 makes a minus 5. So for part 1, my answer is going to be double brackets, x plus 2, x minus 7. Because when I times them together, I get my minus 14. When I add them together, I get my negative 5. Okay, let's solve my equation now. I've got x plus 2, x minus 7 is equal to 0. I'm trying to find numbers that go in for x to make the whole thing 0. So x is a negative 2. We'll make this bracket 0 and make the whole thing 0. And x is equal to a positive 7. We'll make this 0 and make the whole thing 0. Then I've solved my quadratic equation.
Okay, Mary, so let's have a look at this one. So solve x plus 2x equals 12. So what do you think you do first?
Okay, well, I want x on its own, so I would put x equals 12 minus 2x.
Okay, so a lot of the time we want to get x by itself, but what we want to do first is get all of these x's together. So can you see anything we can do with this? Get all these together in one place.
Oh, okay, it's 3x, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
3x equals 12. Oh, and so x equals 4.
Brilliant, spot on, well done.